If you are watching this, I already know something about your situation. You have a drain that will not stay fixed. Maybe it is the bathroom sink that slows to a trickle every few weeks. Maybe it is the tub that starts pooling around your ankles again. You plunge it, or you pour something down it, or you pay a guy to run a snake, and for a little while it flows like new. Then it comes back. Same drain, same slowdown. And you start to wonder if something is just wrong with your house. Here is what 35 years under sinks taught me. A drain that clogs once is one problem. A drain that clogs again and again is a completely different problem. And almost nobody treats it that way. They keep clearing the clog and never touch the reason it keeps forming. The good news is that the real fix costs you nothing. $0 in parts. And there is a reason no plumber has ever shown it to you. Stick with me, and I will hand you the whole thing. So why does the same drain keep closing up on you? To answer that, you have to know what is actually happening inside that pipe, because it is almost never what people picture. A lot of folks imagine a single wad of gunk sitting in the pipe like a cork. Pop the cork, problem solved. But a drain that keeps coming back is rarely a cork. It is usually a coating. Let me explain what I mean. Every time greasy water, soap, toothpaste, and skin oils go down that drain, a thin film gets left behind on the wall of the pipe. Over months and years, that film builds into a soft, slimy layer. In the trade, we call it biofilm, which is just a living skin of bacteria and grease clinging to the inside of the pipe. Think of the slick coating inside a flower vase you forgot about for 2 weeks. Same idea, only it is growing on the inside wall of your drain line, and it never stops. And here is why that matters. That coating does not block the pipe all at once. It narrows it. A pipe that used to be 1.5 inches across is now maybe 3/4 of an inch across, all the way down, because the walls have closed in. So the drain is not dead. It is just slow. And slow is the tell. When a drain empties fine 1 week and crawls the next, and a plunger buys you a few weeks before it crawls again, you are not fighting a cork. You are fighting a coating that has quietly shrunk your pipe. That is the first and most common cause. There are 2 more worth knowing. The second one lives right at the top, and in a bathroom sink, it is the champion. It is the pop-up stopper. That is the little metal or plastic plug at the bottom of the basin, the one you raise and lower with the rod sticking up behind the faucet. Underneath that stopper is a shaft, and hair loves to wrap around it. Not a little hair, years of hair, bound up with toothpaste and soap into a slimy knot the size of a mouse. I have pulled stoppers out of bathroom sinks that had so much hair on them they looked like a paintbrush. That single knot is the source of most of the bathroom sink slowdowns I have ever seen. A lot of homeowners do not even know the stopper comes out. The third cause is less common but real, so I want you to have it. Sometimes the pipe itself has a low spot, a place where the line sags a little and water sits instead of running clean. Debris settles in that low spot and catches more debris, and you get a slow drain that no amount of surface cleaning fully cures. A cousin of that is a venting problem, where the pipe that is supposed to let air into your drain system is partly blocked, so the water glugs down slow like soda from a bottle you did not open right. Those 2 are worth naming, and I will come back to when they matter. All right, let us fix it, and let us start with the fastest win, because it is free and it solves the most bathroom drains. We are going to pull and clean that pop-up stopper by hand. Here is how it goes. Look under the sink at the back of the drain pipe. You will see a thin horizontal rod coming out of the back of the pipe, held on with a small spring clip and connected to that vertical lift rod. the one linked to the handle behind the faucet. That horizontal rod is what holds the stopper down in the drain. Squeeze the clip, slide the rod out of the way, and up top the stopper will lift straight out. Some stoppers just twist and pull with no rod at all. Either way, it comes out. Now brace yourself, because what comes up with it is not pretty. That knot of hair and slime is the thing that has been strangling your sink. Pull it off, wipe the stopper down, run an old toothbrush around the shaft, and clean out the drain opening while you are in there. Then drop the stopper back in. Hook the rod back up and check that it still seals when you lift the handle. That is it, and it did not cost you a dime. Maybe 10 minutes the first time, 5 once you have done it. And I want you to sit with something. If your only problem was that stopper, and for a lot of you it is, you just fixed a recurring clog for nothing that a company would happily charge you a service call to clear. I have watched homeowners pay to have a drain snaked when the whole issue was 2 years of hair on a stopper they could have lifted out with 2 fingers. That is not the customer being dumb. That is the customer never being told the stopper comes out. Quick pause while that stopper win is fresh. I put 50 more fixes in my book. 50 easy plumbing fixes that will save you $10,000. Everyone is a step-by-step job you can knock out on a Saturday, so you learn when a repair is safe to tackle yourself and when a contractor's padding the bill. Scan the code on your screen to grab it. All right, back under the sink. If cleaning the stopper helped, but did not fully fix it, or this is a kitchen sink or a tub with no pop-up stopper to pull, your next stop is the P-trap. And do not let the name scare you, because it is the easiest pipe in your whole house to work on. The P-trap is that curved bend of pipe right under the sink. It is shaped like the letter U or a P tipped on its side, which is where the name comes from. Its job is to hold a little water in the bend at all times, and that trapped water is what blocks sewer gas from drifting up into your bathroom. Handy little thing. It is also where a lot of gunk collects, because everything that goes down slows at that bend. To clean it, put a bucket or even a bread pan under the trap, because water is going to come out. On most traps, there are 2 big plastic nuts you can turn by hand or with a pair of channel lock pliers. Loosen both, and the curved section drops right into your bucket. Dump it out, and you will usually find a plug of hair, grease, and grit sitting in the bottom of that bend. Rinse it in another sink or with a hose until it runs clear, scrub the inside with a bottle brush, then thread it back on and snug the nuts up by hand. Run the water and watch for drips. You just did what a plumber does on a basic drain call, and you did it for nothing. Between a clean stopper and a clean trap, you have handled the 2 spots where recurring fixture clogs are born. A lot of slow drains never needed a snake at all. They needed 10 minutes and a bucket. The next move handles the coating we talked about, the slimy film narrowing the pipe past where your hands can reach. And the tool is already in your kitchen. It is hot tap water and a squirt of dish soap. Here is the routine. Squirt a good amount of regular dish soap down the drain. Dish soap is built to cut grease, and grease is half of what that coating is made of. Then run the hot tap, as hot as your tap goes, and let it flush for a couple of minutes. The hot water softens the film, the soap lifts the grease off the wall, and it all rides down the line together. I want to stop you before you reach for a kettle, because this is where people hurt themselves and their pipes. Use hot water from the tap. Do not pour boiling water down a drain. A lot of the pipe under a modern sink is PVC, which is plastic, and the glued joints on plastic traps can soften and let go when you dump boiling water on them. Hot from the tap does the job without that risk. I have seen a boiling flush turn a slow drain into a leaking drain, and now you have 2 problems instead of 1. Do this flush after you clean the trap and then keep doing it every so often, and you keep that coating from ever getting a grip again. Now for the piece that turns all of this from a one-time cleanup into a drain that just stops clogging. A monthly enzyme habit. Let me explain what an enzyme cleaner even is, because it is not what most people keep under the sink. The harsh stuff, the caustic drain openers that come in the heavy bottles, work by burning through a clog with chemicals. They are rough on you, rough on older pipes, and they do nothing about the coating on the wall. An enzyme cleaner works the other way around. It is a bottle of natural bacteria and enzymes, and those little organisms actually eat the organic gunk, the grease, and the biofilm right off the pipe wall. It is slow, it is gentle, and it works while you sleep. Here is the habit. Once a month, usually last thing at night so it can sit undisturbed, you pour a dose down each drain that gives you trouble, and you leave it alone until morning. That is the whole thing. The bacteria spend the night grazing on the film that would otherwise build back up. Do that every month and the coating never gets a foothold, which means the slow drain never comes back. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You do not brush because your teeth are dirty today. You brush so the buildup never gets started. Same logic, same payoff. And one hard rule while we are on cleaners. Never mix drain cleaners. Do not pour an enzyme product on top of a caustic one, and never mix two different chemical cleaners together, because some combinations make gases that can genuinely hurt you. One product at a time, and if you switch types, flush plenty of water in between. So let me answer the question in the back of your mind. If this is so simple, why has no plumber ever walked you through it? I will give you the honest version, and I say this as one of them. When you call a company for a recurring drain and they send a guy with a machine, that machine is a rooter, sometimes called a snake or an auger. It is a long steel cable that spins down the pipe and drills a hole through whatever is blocking it. And it works. The drain runs great when he leaves. But think about what it actually did. It punched a hole through the clog. It did not clean the wall of the pipe. That coating, the film that narrowed your line in the first place, is still sitting right there. It is like punching a tunnel through a snowbank. The path is open today, but the walls are still snow, and they close back in. So the drain flows for a few weeks or a few months. The coating catches the next round of debris, and it slows down again. And you call again, and you pay again. A basic rooter visit runs somewhere between $150 and $300. And if that same drain is a 2 or 3 times a year ritual, you are handing over $500, $600 a year to keep clearing a coating that a monthly enzyme habit would have dissolved for the price of one bottle. I am not telling you every plumber is out to get you. Plenty are honest. But cleaning the wall and the stopper so the clog never returns does not generate a second phone call. Clearing the clog and leaving the coating does. You do not have to believe anyone is a villain to notice which one the business is built around. Now you know the difference, and you can stop paying for the same drain twice. Now I owe you the honest edge of this because I would rather you trust me than oversell you. Everything I just gave you fixes one kind of recurring clog, the kind that comes from buildup. Hair, grease, biofilm, the stuff you can reach, and the stuff a habit can dissolve. For most slow bathroom and kitchen drains, that is the whole story, and you will never need me or anyone like me again. But there is another kind of recurring clog, and no free habit on earth will fix it because it is not buildup. It is the pipe itself being broken. 2 big ones. The first is root intrusion. Out in the yard, your main drain line runs underground, and thirsty tree roots will find a tiny crack or a loose joint and grow right into the pipe, because there is water in there. They form a net inside the line that catches everything, and they grow back after they are cut. If your whole house backs up, or you get gurgling toilets and slow drains all over at once, especially in an older home with big trees out front, think roots. The second is a bellied or collapsed pipe. A belly is a section of line that is sagged into a low spot like a hammock, so water and waste pool there and never fully clear. A collapse is worse, where the pipe has actually caved in or crushed. Both of those will clog again and again no matter how clean you keep your fixtures, because gravity is working against you down there. So here is how you tell the difference and know when to stop turning wrenches. If one fixture is slow, it is almost always buildup, and you own it now. If the whole house is slow, or a drain clogs again within days of a real cleaning, or you smell sewage out in the yard, that is a structural problem, and it needs a camera inspection from a pro. That is the one call worth making, because a camera shows you exactly what is wrong before anyone digs a single hole. Before I let you go, one bonus tip that has saved my own drains for years. Put a cheap hair catcher over every shower and tub drain, and a fine strainer in the kitchen sink. A little mesh dome, a couple of dollars each, that sits over the drain and catches hair and food before it ever gets into the pipe. Nearly all of what builds those clogs is hair and food scraps, and a strainer stops them at the door. You empty it in the trash once in a while, and that is that. It is the single cheapest thing you can do, and it prevents more recurring clogs than any tool I own. Last thing. That same book, 50 Easy Plumbing, Fixes That Will Save You. $10,000 is about the money it keeps in your pocket over every year you own your home. Scan the code to get it, and if this saved you a repair, subscribe to the Mark Silverbridge channel, where I give you honest, no-nonsense plumbing fixes that keep your money where it belongs.